So when I woke up this morning, I was not expecting to make a video. But when I got up to check my email, like I usually do first thing in the morning, I saw an email from Audible, which I always check because a lot of the times they'll say, hey, there's a book on your wish list for sale right now. And it's typically a 2-for-1 deal. I'll pick it up. But this morning it said, hey, all of the books in your wish list are for sale today. And when I looked at them, I saw books like A Master of Jinn, The Forgetting Moon, The Justice of Kings. And I'm thinking, these are all books that I typically don't see on sale. So could it really be that all the books on my wish list are on sale? So I jumped on, and they are. They are all on sale right now. Like, I think they've got everything on at least a little bit of a sale. And the sales were good enough when I was going through my wish list that I wanted to let everyone know before the time ran out. And this, when I'm looking at it right now, the sales still got 4 days left. So you should have plenty of time to go on if you have an Audible account and pick up some really nice books for a really good deal. Besides letting you know about the sale, I was also going to take the time and go through these books on my wish list and pick out which ones I'm going to be taking advantage of on this offer. When I go through the list originally, I'll probably add more than what I'm actually going to end up buying. But we'll narrow it down to something I can actually afford. So after logging in, the very first thing I do is I go to my price low to high so that I can get the biggest bang for my buck out of this deal. And I don't know why the Gathering Storm prologue is in my wish list. I probably just added it when I was adding everything from the Wheel of Time series. But I would never pay for just the prologue for some reason. And I think they would give that as a sample. Like, that seems like a nice thing to do. But as I go down, like these 3 right here, I already know these are going to be on, I'm adding these to the list. Like I said, I'm going to add more than what I think I'm actually going to buy. And then I'll like take down as I go. Scrolling through Paternus, the Sword of Kaigan, the Heroic Age trilogy, I think all 3 of these are self-published as well. I'm not going to add them just because I've kind of skimmed through this list already, and I know there's going to be a lot that I do add, and I don't want to cut back too much, and these are lower on my list, even though they are on my TBR list. But Jurassic Park, I'm definitely adding that to the list. This has been on my TBR list since day one. I think it was one of the 5 science fiction books I was most eager to read this year. Morningstar and Golden Sun definitely being added on the list. I think they're number 2 and 3 of the Red Rising series. Gardens of the Moon, I'm definitely adding that to my wish list. It's the first of the Malazan series. These Robin Hobb books I won't be adding to the list just because they're like so far into Realm of the Enderlings. I'm not anywhere close to getting to this point yet. And I still have not started Realm of the Enderlings. I'm going to get to it. I just downloaded Libby as well, and they have the first one for free through the Libby app. So hopefully I'll be able to get it through there and start it relatively soon. More Steven Erickson's and Book of the Fallen. So like if you're into Robin Hobb and Malazan, this is a really good time because they start at like the low 4s and are probably chilling around the 5s. I just know there's a lot of books I'm going to want on this list, so I'm going to pass up on them for now, especially since I haven't read the first one yet. But if you've been waiting to pick up these books for a good deal, each one is like dozens of hours, like 40 hours long. So this would be a really good time to pick up your Malazan books if that's something, if you know you're enjoying that series. On to the second page, more Malazan, a lot more Malazan, and Leviathan Falls is too far into the series. The Cycle of Arwen, I don't think it's something that really is like high on my TBR list. More than anything, it's just that it was 65 hours long, and I will save that for if I ever run out of books. I'm going to go ahead and add We Are Bob to the cart, and honestly, it might be one of the first ones to go if I am way overpriced. The Forgetting Moon, I am adding that definitely. Brian Lee Durfee, if you're watching this, you're officially in the library, and hopefully I will read you, not in October because I'm trying to read more horror in October, but maybe November you will be the first book I read. So if you're watching this, you finally made it in the library. The Blackest Heart, the second of his series, I'm going to add that to the cart as well. Iron Gold, another Red Rising book. Demon in White, another Sun Eater book. I'm adding that as well. Elric of Melnibone. I'm adding that to the cart. What's interesting about Elric is I was super not interested in Elric after finishing Conan. When I made my classic fantasy TBR list, I really wanted to read Conan, then Elric back to back, and kind of watch the progression since Michael Moorcock and Fitzlieber, I think. I don't know, something like that. They actually coined the term sword and sorcery when trying to discuss Conan the Barbarian. So I wanted to see that kind of progression from Conan to Elric, but I didn't care for Conan that much. Like, it was okay, but that was it. And it kind of burnt me out. Like, it made me like turn away from Elric, but it's been growing on me more, and I want to delve into it. So I'm going to add that to the cart as well. This Scene Amid Ashes, that's like a short story, I think, of his. I'm not going to add that for now. Legends and Lattes, I want to use that as a palate cleanser, but I want a paper copy. I know that's one that I'm going to want a paper copy of, so I'm not going to add that to the list right now. Stephen King, it's coming up in October. I'm starting with Carrie and working my way through his series. I'm going to try to get as close to Dark Tower as possible, but it's not one I'm going to add to this list. It's only 7 hours long on this. That's wild. I didn't know it was that short of a book. iRobot, I want, but I also, I want a paper copy of that. Also, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The Gormagast series, that's book 4. And honestly, I'm not crazy excited about Gormagast right now. So it's going to be a long time till I get to him. So I'm going to put that off for a while. Moving on to page 3. There's volume 3 of the Gormagast trilogy. Like I said, I'm going to put that off for now. Definitely adding Dune Messiah to the list. And I'll probably Gene Wolfe's The Book of the New Sun. It looks like those books are not that expensive, but they're getting to the point where they're about the price of a credit. I think a credit, if you buy 3 at a time, is $11. So it's getting to the point where it may not be worth the deal per se, especially if they're on the 2-for-1. So I think I will, but I've been wanting to start the Shadow of the Torturer. So I'm going to add Shadow of the Torturer, and I can take it off if I end up being way over budget on this, which I'm scared I'm going to be. I'm going to add Black Company too, real quick. I know. So let's go ahead and go to but just to keep going down the list a little bit, as you can see, there's a ton, just an absolute ton of awesome deals right now. And this is just what's on my wish list. So your wish list and the books you're interested in might have better deals. They might be $3 and $4 as well. But I'm going to go ahead and go to my cart and try to narrow this list down a little bit. Because I'm at $83, and I can't afford $83 right now. So I know I want Son of Lich, Jurassic Park. I already know I'm going to be removing the Black Company, and then I'm also going to be removing the Shadow of the Torturer, just because those are close to the price of a credit anyways, and I'm trying to get the biggest bang for my buck right now. We Are Legion, I'll remove that as well. Demon in White, that's the 3rd book of the Sun Eater series, and getting that far out, I don't need that book right now, so I'll probably go ahead and remove that. Brian Lee Durfee, I'm not going to remove The Forgetting Moon, but I think I am going to remove The Blackest Heart from this list right now. I'm sure I'll continue with the series, but I've got to watch my wallet right now. So reassessing this list, Dune I want. Morning Star I want. Son of a Lich, I want. Jurassic Park, I want. Guardians of the Moons, I want. Howling Dark, I want. Elric and Melnibone, I want. The Forgetting Moon, I want. The Golden Sun. Iron Gold, that's far on the series, so I'm going to remove that from the list as well. But honestly, I'm still a little over where I want to be. I really wasn't wanting to spend more than like $35, but this is such a good deal. Morning Star, that's like the third book, I think. Maybe I'll remove that from this list just to get the price down a little bit more. But honestly, the rest of these I'm going to keep. So in the end, I'm ending up with 9 audiobooks, probably 100 plus hours of listening. I'll have to go back and add it up. But in the end, 9 audiobooks for $44, that's an awesome deal. That's an average of like just under $5 a book, which is better than the 2-for-1 deal. So if you haven't taken advantage of this deal yet, I would jump on, and that is if you're an Audible user. Some people don't use Audible, but if you are an Audible user, jump on. Like I said, I wasn't planning on recording a video today, so sorry if it seems rushed or disorganized, but I wanted to show you guys this cool Audible deal. Hopefully I'll get this edited and posted really soon. Until next time, I hope you're out there exploring cool new worlds and reading great new books, and until then, I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.